What's going on, everybody? This is Mr. Whitby, and we are going to go into the Empire of Mali. For those of you that don't know, the Empire of Mali, or the Kingdom of Mali, was located on the west coast of Africa. The kingdom was founded in 1235 AD by a king named Sundiata. The Empire of Mali lasted from 1235 to around the early 1600s. Let's now jump into the Empire of Mali. The Empire of Mali was one of the largest empires in West Africa, and at its height, it spanned from the Atlantic coast to the central parts of the Sahara Desert. The development of the empire began in its capital, the city of Nani, which was also coincidentally the birthplace of the empire's founder and king, King Sundiata. Sundiata built a vast empire that stretched from the Atlantic coast south of the Senegal River to Gao on the east of the Middle Niger Bend. A little about Mali's economy. The people of Mali formed and traded and became rich from taking over control of the salt and gold trade that had been ruled by Ghana. The natural environment was ideal for planting cotton, peanuts, grains, and other crops, which fed the people. The inhabitants of Mali were Muslim, and because slavery was not forbidden in Islam, they also became wealthy through the slave trade. Mali was immensely rich in gold and traded with North Africans, Middle Eastern people, and even Europeans. In order to understand Mali's history, we have to also know about King Mansa Musa. King Mansa Musa was a devoted Muslim. Under his leadership, Mali reached the height of its wealth, power, and fame. He ruled Mali for about 25 years. Now, a little about Mansa Musa. He is a Muslim, as previously stated. Muslims are expected to take a Hajj, or a pilgrimage, to Islam's holy city. So Mansa Musa, during taking his Hajj, he was giving away gold. He gave away so much gold on his pilgrimage that he made gold worthless in the areas that he visited, because he inflated the value of gold because he just gave it away so freely. There were reports of his trip from many Muslim writers and historians that documented, his charitable efforts. Many historians surmise that Mansa Musa was the wealthiest man to ever live. It is estimated that he would have been worth over 500 billion today by today's standards and currency. All right, one of the most important places in Mali is Timbuktu. Timbuktu, it was one of the greatest centers in West Africa. It was the central location of the Mali Empire. So Timbuktu is one of the oldest and grandest learning centers. So Timbuktu produced one of the world's first universities. It was connected to the Sankore Mosque, and it is operating to this day. It is believed to be erected in the 1100s AD by Berbers who settled in the Timbuktu region. Many people would go to Timbuktu for knowledge and information. They would travel from Morocco. People would travel from Western Europe. Many Egyptians traveled there, many people from Northeast Africa. It was one of the learning centers of the world at its time. Now, the decline of Mali. After Mansa Musa died, the people who inherited the kingdom after him weren't very strong rulers, and therefore poor leadership coupled with invasions from neighboring tribes led to the decline of Mali. Now, when we talk about Mali, one of the overall and overarching, I guess I would actually say one of the most important effects of Mali is that Mali was gold rich. It was very gold rich. So the pilgrimage of Mansa Musa, when he took his Hajj and when he went to the holy city, it left a legacy. The legacy that it left was that the Europeans understood that West Africa was very wealthy and rich with gold. So eventually, the Europeans would eventually want to explore Africa. They wanted parts of the resources. Go ahead, go look in your Google class, check out your assignment, complete your assignment, and turn it in.